Have you ever noticed that in every African family, there is one person who is never allowed to be tired? The one who must always figure things out? The one who must never complain? The one who is told, "You're strong." But what if I told you that being called strong is sometimes the most dangerous label you can give a human being? Stay with me. Because if you've ever been the dependable one, the responsible one, the one everyone leans on, this video is about you. You see, in many African homes, strength is not a choice, it is assigned. It could be the firstborn, the only son, the daughter who understands things better, the one who went to school, the one who got a job, the one who didn't run away when life became hard. You didn't raise your hand, you didn't volunteer. Life simply looked at you and said, "You'll carry this family." And everyone agreed, without ever asking how heavy it would become. You see, African culture celebrates resilience. We praise endurance and we admire sacrifice. From a younger age, we are told, "Endure, be grateful, others have it worse. You're strong, you'll manage." But here is a truth we don't like to admit. Strength without support becomes silent suffering. And today, millions of African caregivers are suffering quietly, and because they don't love their families, but because love has been turned into an obligation. If you've ever felt guilty for being tired, if you've ever felt selfish for wanting rest, if you've ever felt ashamed for needing help, please don't click away. You are not weak, you're human. First, let's define who the strong one usually is. You see, in African families, the strong one is often the firstborn who had to grow up too fast, the child who became a second parent, or the one who sends money home every month. It could also be the one whose dreams are postponed for now, or the one who carries everyone's expectations. You're not just living your life, you are representing hope. Your success feeds people, your failure disappoints generations, and slowly, without realizing it, your own needs disappear from the conversation. You see, no one talks about what this pressure does to a person. Being the strong one often means you don't get to break down, you don't get to say, "I can't," you don't get to rest without guilt, you don't get to fail safely. But you become emotionally unavailable, not because you want to, but because you are exhausted. You smile at families' gatherings, but cry alone at night. And the painful part, the more you give, the more people expect. Not because they are cruel, but because your strength trained them to depend on you. In many African homes, talking about emotional exhaustion is seen as disrespect. If you speak up, you're told, "We all suffered. That is life. Be thankful." You think you're the only one. So you learn silence. You learn to swallow pain politely. You learn to function while hurting. You learn that love means self-erasure. And slowly, you start losing yourself. Not in rebellion, but in responsibility. But here is a grief no one acknowledges. Here is a grief no one names. The grief of the life you never got to live. The grief of dreams postponed indefinitely. The grief of relationships you couldn't nurture. The grief of childhood you never finished. And the grief of rest you never earned. You didn't choose this role, yet you carry it with loyalty. And society applauds you, while quietly it's draining you. But allow me to say this gently. You are allowed to be strong and supported. You are allowed to love your family and have boundaries. You are allowed to rest without guilt. Being strong doesn't mean being silent forever. Strength is not endless sacrifice. Real strength includes knowing when to pause, when to ask for help, and when to choose yourself without abandoning others. So if you are the strong one watching this, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not selfish for feeling tired. You're not ungrateful for wanting more. You're not broken for feeling overwhelmed. You have simply been carrying too much for too long alone, and your pain deserves language. So, my dear ones, if this video spoke to something you've never been able to say out loud, please like this video so others who are silently carrying families can find it too. Share it with someone who is always the strong one. And if you want more conversations like this, subscribe to Healing Hugs. Remember, you're not alone, and you are never meant to carry everything by yourself. Thank you.